What is up, everybody? All right, so today's video is all about how to create a way better relationship with yourself and how that actually in turn makes all of our relationships so much better. Because here's the thing, our internal world is a direct reflection of our external world. And so if I'm sitting here and I have this relationship with myself, which is unsupportive, unloving, unkind, then I'm going to see all of that show up in all of my relationships. I know because I did it and I coach people on this stuff and I see it with all of my clients. And people wonder why, like, man, how come I can't have good relationships? Or man, how come I have all these toxic, unhealthy situations going on? And how come I keep attracting the same person or the same guy or girl? And it's because of this concept of we cannot give away what we don't have. So if my soul, like the space within myself, is unloving, unsupportive, unkind, I can't give away anything else, right? So I'm going to be, whatever your relationship is with yourself is how you're going to show up in other relationships. And maybe not at first, but it will eventually come out, right? So one of the biggest things that has worked so well with all of my coaching clients, and by the way, if you're interested in coaching with me and or with Relationship Renegades, just click the link in the caption. Again, checking in with ourselves. Like, what's my relationship with myself? Do I feel like I have a space where my soul lives that feels safe, seen, heard, and loved, right? So at Relationship Renegades, that's like our tagline. Our mission is to co-create a world where healthy relationships are the new norm, and a place where people know how to create a space where you feel safe, seen, heard, and loved. And if you're watching this and you're like, man, I really want to share this with my friend, please help me share this message because it is so life-changing. I grew up in a way where I felt so held back by fear and insecurity and self-doubt and self-criticism. Like, my self-talk sucked, you guys. I would constantly beat myself up. I didn't feel safe. I didn't feel comfortable in my own skin. And I think why I'm so passionate about this work is because it really matters. It really helps people. It really changes people's lives. And not only their own life, but everybody else that they come in contact with. And so again, I think this is just some of the most important work or practices that we can do is learn how to have a great relationship with ourselves. Because who are you with 24/7, 7 days a week, 365, right? You're with you. You're never getting away from you. And it is one of the coolest things, you guys, when you can really look in the mirror or just be with yourself, you know, before you go to bed or in those quiet moments, and you feel so good about who you are, about what you're doing in the world, about how you're showing up, and about all of your relationships, right? Like, where you just feel supported and loved and safe. I know from experience that it is possible to go from feeling the complete opposite of that, right? Like, I had a lot of unhealthy, toxic relationships, and it was just so hard. It's so hard. And you feel trapped and you feel stuck and you feel like there's no way out. I think that we have to hit that point, and everybody's threshold is different, where you get so sick and tired of being sick and tired, where we say, enough. Like, I'm done repeating old patterns that aren't helping me anymore, and I'm ready to make some changes and to learn about myself so that I can move forward and create really healthy, beautiful relationships. And it is not always easy, but it is so worth it. Like, so worth it. If you've seen any of our videos of me and my fiance, there is so much love between us, and we both know how to create a space for each other where we feel safe, seen, heard, and loved. But that's because we learned how to do it for ourselves, right? So I cannot create a great relationship with someone else if I don't have a great relationship with myself. Because again, my internal world is a direct reflection and will always reflect back to me in my external world, because I cannot give away something I don't have. So if I don't have love within myself, it is near impossible to really give away that unconditional supportive love to someone else. And so I think it's just really checking in of like, okay, what's my relationship with myself? You know, do I feel like I got my back? Or do I feel like I'm just always criticizing myself or beating myself up or judging myself? And so I talk about the 5 C's, right? So I'm really into hero habits, right? Like, I play hero characters in movies and TV shows. I actually have a new film that we're about to start that's a really cool like superhero movie where I play a main character in this superhero film called Legend of the White Dragon. It's going to be so epic, you guys. But I play, you know, these hero characters in movies, and my mission in life is to help you and everybody learn how to be the hero of their own life story, right? Because every day we're always creating our own life's movie, where you're the writer, the director, the actor, the producer of your own life's movie. And every day we get to decide, okay, what kind of movie am I gonna make today for my own life? And what kind of character am I gonna play? I mean, really, you can use these 5 C's with anything, with the relationship with yourself, and also just as a life practice, right? So dramatically helped my life and all of my clients as well. And they go along with, I think these are the greatest hero habits you could have that actually help you be the hero of your own life story. And that is, again, 5 C's, right? So we have curiosity, creativity, compassion, courage, and connection. And why these 5 C's are so helpful is because, right, so say I know that, okay, I don't have a great relationship with myself and I don't have great relationships with other people. So first, I can get really curious, right? That's the first C. I'm gonna get really curious about why. Like, where did it start? Where did I pick it up from? You know, was it something that I started doing when I was a little kid and I created all these habits and patterns that made me feel unsafe in my own skin? You know, did I believe past stories or past BS that someone told me a long time ago and I'm just like unconsciously living that way? You know, so it's really like getting curious about why. Like, why is this happening? And then the next one being creativity, right? So using your divine creative power. I really believe that creativity is one of our greatest superpowers. And we have to have curiosity unleashes our creativity, right? If I can get curious, if I can ask powerful questions, why is this happening? What could I do to make it better? How could I improve myself, right? Those are all curiosity questions that lead to creativity, right? So if I know, okay, I don't have a great relationship with myself right now and I want to make it better, what could I do, right? That powerful question, you know, can I start a meditation practice? Can I start a breathwork practice? Can I work with a coach? And again, if you want to work with me as your coach, I'd love it. Just click the link in the caption. But it's about that creativity, right? That creativity is our greatest superpower. It really is, because without that creative power, we couldn't think outside the box or change things up or try something new. And I think it's looking at life, and every day is this amazing creative experience. Like, what awesome thing or experience can I go create today, right? That's the second C, creativity, right? If I'm going through a challenge, how can I use my creative power to think outside the box and create new experiences for myself? And then, so creativity, and then you have compassion. Again, favorite things is because I cannot improve my life if I'm continually beating myself up, right? Like, we cannot heal with hate. We cannot heal with judgment. We cannot heal with criticism. Like, we can only heal with love. Trust me, I've tried it so many times. Like, doesn't work. The only way we can ever heal is with compassion and with love, especially compassion for ourselves when we mess up. You know, if we don't do what we wanted to do, or if we messed up somehow, just having like radical compassion for ourselves and for others. And then courage, right? That's the 4 C's. So we have curiosity, creativity, compassion, and courage is the next one. Like, and I think a lot of times too, to have courageous compassion, right? That no matter what I went through in my past, I am going to have compassion because I didn't know what I didn't know. But now I know better, so I can make better choices. So many times we go through life, we just don't know what we don't know. And until we, you know, go through things and we fall on our face and then we get back up again. Okay, I learned, I grew, I have compassion for myself. Now I have to step into the 4th C, which is courage. Like, I have to figure out a way to be more courageous, right? And know that every act of courage leads to more confidence. So every time you do something courageous, you build more confidence. And then the more you can just program yourself that, oh, this is a habit, right? All of these 5 C's are what I call hero habits. Because the more we can rewire and realize that our choices are habits, right? Every day I am choosing things. And a lot of times we unconsciously fall into the pattern of choosing some not great choices, right? We're choosing hate, we're choosing judgment, we're choosing fear, and we don't even realize it. So once we can really step into this place of, okay, The choices I'm making on a regular basis are habits. And if I want to be this, I want to create hero habits, it's these 5 C's: curiosity, creativity, compassion, courage, and the 5th one being connection, right? So human connection is so important. There, is an amazing study that was talked about when they took some babies and they wanted to see, if they housed them, if they fed them, what would happen if they were just in a room by themselves. And, this is really sad. It's really eye-opening to the point of how much we need connection. It is what makes us thrive. It makes us alive, because all these babies that were in this experiment, that they had food, they had shelter, but what they didn't have was love. Nobody was loving them. Nobody was holding them. And all of the babies, they died. And that's if you really think about how powerful that is, it's it's crazy. We need human connection more than ever these days, because we're living in this virtual world and we're not meant to be doing this, So I think just, using again our curiosity, our creativity, our compassion to think outside the box, how can I create more connection with people? And I feel so many times when we show up authentically and vulnerably and say, hey, I'm not feeling so great, or I'm feeling insecure about this thing right now. If we actually share those things, that is how we create connection, right? Because then you're oh, I could help that person, or oh, me too, I'm feeling that way too. Let's talk about it. Let's be there for each other. It is when we put up these facades and these walls and these masks that we disconnect, right? And so it's so important, connection. I feel it's so based on vulnerability and authenticity, real connection. That is the 5 C's, guys, the 5 C's of the hero habits. So just check in with yourself. If you're looking to build a better relationship with yourself so that in turn all of your relationships will get so much better, just always think about 5 C's, right? What am I choosing today? And how can I choose these 5 C's more, right? Again, I'll say again, because I love them so much. So we have, and I want to see if you guys can repeat them back. So put them in the comments. Let me know. Write them down for yourself. So choosing curiosity first, right? You've got to get curious, asking questions about why things are the way they are. Even to create more connection with people, the more we can get curious about other people and really listen. It is a powerful way to actually connect. So curiosity, that leads to more creativity. The more questions I ask, the more powerful questions why is this the way it is, and how could I make it different? How could I make it better? How could I change things? That leads to more creativity. And that creativity has to come with some compassion, because if we're using our creativity, it can be scary sometimes, And if we mess up, we have to have compassion for ourselves that, hey, we're trying something new. And if we don't have compassion, we're just gonna hit some blocks big time. And so the next thing being, curiosity, creativity, compassion, courage. You have to have the courage to act. You have the courage to execute, right? I could have all the curiosity and the creativity in the world, but if I don't have the courage to act upon that inspiration or those feelings of what I need to do, then I go nowhere, right? So curiosity, creativity, compassion, courage, and then connection. And if you have curiosity, if you're using your creativity, if you're using your compassion, if you're using your courage, you will create amazing connection with both yourself and with the world around you. And I swear, using these and creating them as habits, so I'm really wiring them into my system of every day, what am I choosing today? If I fall on my face and I mess up, if I don't get the job or I don't get the thing that I wanted, how am I responding? Am I responding with hate and criticism and judgment, or am I going to choose hero habits and choose curiosity and creativity and compassion? If I'm feeling really down about something, am I going to choose to beat myself up, or am I going to choose to have more compassion for myself? Am I going to choose to get curious and ask questions about how I could start doing things differently? Am I going to choose courage? That knowing that even the teeniest act of courage will lead me to more confidence. And I don't know, I think this is literally how I booked every major film role that I've been in, and also found the love of my life, Emilio, who now we're engaged. If you didn't see the video, I posted the full engagement video on my page recently, and guys, it is, every time I watch it, I cry. But yeah, these 5 C's, these hero habits, is literally how it's a process I've used my whole life, even if it was unconscious, that really led to me booking dream roles in TV and films, and now even about to start my new dream role of playing this like superhero character in this badass action movie that teaches a lot of these principles, and what the character stands for are these habits, right? And also, you know, finding and creating the most amazing, supportive, healthy relationship, and teaching these hero habits to all of my coaching clients in a very thorough, like personalized way has been so profound. So I just wanted to share them with you guys, something I'm going to be talking a lot about. And yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in, and please just help me share this message, you know, because I don't know, I look back at my past and I just remember what it feels like to feel so just really insecure, you know, and really unhealthy, like a really unhealthy space for my soul to live in, and how different it feels now that I feel like no matter what I go through, no matter what up or down that happens in my life, like I know that I have my own back. And what's so beautiful is that when I changed my relationship with myself, all of my relationships got so much better. And just to always remember that our internal world is a direct reflection of our external world. And so if your relationships or your health or your wealth is off, I would really check in with, hey, like, just make sure you're taking care of you, you know, and know that you're the only you that there will ever be, ever. And that is freaking powerful. And you are a gift to this world, and you do matter, and you have incredible, amazing, limitless potential. And I just hope that with this work that I'm doing with you and in our tribe and in our coaching, unleash all of that greatness that is within you, and really every day help you become and live from the hero and be the hero of your own life story. Bye guys.